So another year has passed, guys, and we finally have the new release for this range coming from Adidas, which will be a pair of running shoes for long distance. Hello guys, and welcome back for a brand new review. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing and also giving me a like. It will really help out the channel. You can also give me a follow on Instagram and TikTok to see exactly what I'm going to review in the next few days. In today's video, guys, we're going to have a look at this brand new release coming from Adidas, which will be the third release yet for this range. And this one will be a pair of running shoes for long distance. So let's go ahead and also take them out of the box, guys, which as you can see will come in one of the regular boxes in this black color, which will have this big Adidas logo in this gray color here on top. So let's just go ahead and take them out, guys. So in today's video, we're gonna have a look at this brand new release, which is also, I think, a special edition. So this one will be the Adidas Adistar3 Berlin. So after reviewing the first two drops for this range, guys, around a year ago and also 2 years ago, I can finally say that they changed something to this release. So it seems that even the upper has some new materials, and finally the design for the midsole changed completely. And it seems that this one will also be much lighter, which to be honest, I actually noticed straight after taking them out of the box. I'm not saying that the previous two were too heavy. To be honest, they were actually quite good as well. But for this one, it's quite noticeable straight away that they reduced the overall weight. So this one just dropped here in the UK in the last couple of days for the retail price of £120, which will be around $140 US. And as I said earlier, I think that this one will be a special edition, as it's called the Berlin. And usually after the release for the normal Adistar, we're also gonna have the Adistar CS. But it seems that until then, we're gonna have another one, which will be the same Adistar. That one will be called the BYD, for which I will actually drop a review in the next couple of days, as I got it in the same time with this one. So I need to admit, guys, that even though the design doesn't feel that it changed too much, you can see and feel from the materials and also from the weight. And I need to admit that I like much more the design for this midsole, which it seems that it's not gonna be as high as previous two models. And if I'm not mistaken, this will be one of the cheapest releases coming from Adidas, which will have this very squishy midsole, which for sure it will be a very good one, as this one will be a pair of running shoes for long distance. So let's go ahead and also do a breakdown of this one, guys. So as you can see, for this upper, we're gonna have mainly just one material, which will come in this black and brownish color, which is gonna be called a mono mesh. Which I need to admit that it's actually quite thin, but it doesn't feel that it's gonna rip too soon, to be honest. So this one will be actually quite breathable. So on top of this one, the only overlays will be here in the midfoot, where you're gonna have these three stripes in this silver color, which will be present on both medial and lateral side. But on the lateral side, we're also gonna have written Adistar on the last stripe. So these three lines will also be reflective. As in for the actual lacing system, guys, we're gonna have these fused materials for these punch out holes. We're also gonna have this loop here in the midfoot. So most definitely the design for this lacing system changed a lot, at least comparing with the last year's version. So this lacing system will keep in place these flat gray laces, which are looking actually quite nice. So underneath these laces, we're gonna have a decent amount of padding for this nice tongue, which as you can see here towards the top will have this very nice felt material with the Adidas logo. And underneath this material, you can see that the laces are going through, which is actually quite a nice thing that these ones will keep this tongue in place. So going now towards the back of the shoe, guys, we're gonna have the second material for this overlay, which will be this felt material in this black color, which will cover most of this heel section. And on top we're gonna have this rubberized material for this Adidas logo, which will come in this brown color. Going now inside of the shoe, guys, for this one we're gonna have this black lining, which underneath will have a decent amount of padding, which for sure will keep your foot quite good in place. And also at the bottom we're gonna have this very nice looking foam insole in this green color, which will have a lot of perforation holes in it. And this one will also have written here at the heel section Adistar in this black color. So now, guys, we can go to this dual density repetitor foam midsole, which was present for the previous two models as well. But as I said earlier, the design for this one changed a lot. As you can see, this one won't be as high as previous releases. We're also gonna have this very interesting design with these cuts. So this one will come in this gray, volt green and dark green colorway. We're also gonna have written repetitor on the lateral side of the heel section, and on the medial side of the heel section we're gonna have written melt the asphalt. But overall, guys, I would say that this one feels much more squishier than previous two releases. And this one will also be lighter with 50 grams comparing with the Adistar 2. So now, guys, we can finish with this Adiwear rubber outsole, which will come in this gray, black and brown colorway, which for sure will give a very good grip. As you can see, the design for this one looks quite nice. We're also gonna have a lot of this foam exposed in a lot of places, alongside this very deep groove here in the midfoot. For sure, I like the design for this one much better than previous two releases. As in for the actual sizing, guys, for me, as I have skinny feet, for this one I just went with my true to size, and I need to admit that this one feels actually quite snug. So for sure, I would say that if you have normal feet, guys, maybe you will consider to go with a half size up. And just in case you have wide feet, guys, most definitely you will need to go with at least a half size up or even a full size up, as this one actually has quite a snug fit. So overall, guys, this brand new release coming from Adidas for this Adistar 3. In my opinion, it's looking quite nice, and it uses brand new materials, which for sure are feeling nicer than the previous two models. For this one we're gonna have this mono mesh for most of this upper, which for sure will let a lot of air inside. And as I said earlier, this repetitor foam, it seems that it's gonna be a bit more lighter and also a bit more lower than the previous one, and for sure you'll feel that straight away. So in my opinion, I feel that this one is so much nicer and much more comfortable than previous releases for this range. For sure, I find that for 120 pounds, this one, it's actually quite a good competitor for a lot of releases on the market right now. So yeah, guys, this was my unboxing and reviewing of this brand new release coming from Adidas for this Adistar 3. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to press the like button, maybe also subscribe to the channel. You can also give me a follow on Instagram and TikTok to see exactly what I'm gonna review in the next few days. Of course, if you want to have a look at any of my latest reviews, you can choose from any of the videos which you have now on the screen. And as always, I will see you in my next one. Thanks for watching!